This week on Kerr Fatou.
First and foremost, we want to start with Mai Fati. Who is Honorable Mai Fati? I
was born in the rural areas in the northeast of the country, precisely in a place called Kerr in the Woodley West.
So what triggered your presidential ambition?
It was just a crusade to end the dictatorship. And however it got ended, I have my wig and gown to continue on. So the idea of contesting election came later when we felt that the country would need a certain type of governance after the end of a dictatorship.
And when you were sacked, I'm just going to say it the way people said it. People said you were bribed. You took so much money from Similex. That's why the president had no choice but to sack you.
And if I have to make decisions today, because I don't make decisions lightly, I investigate, I do my research, I get the facts, I call the experts, I summon meetings, I get the technicians, then I reflect, then I make a decision. And when I do, I'm willing to live with it. And I'm willing to take the consequences. So I wasn't Minister of Interior.
If you're supposed to take this decision all over again, we would have awarded contracts.
Based on the facts, I did not award any contract.
I mean, if you were going to...
If I was confronted with the same facts that I had there, I would take exactly the same decision.
Until now, no one can really say why Mai Fati was relieved from his position or why he was sacked.
I did absolutely nothing wrong as far as I was concerned. I have no idea, no information whatsoever to suggest that I did something wrong that would warrant me to be relieved of my responsibility. I don't know.
A lot of people thought Halifa was the spokesperson of the coalition. But Mai was like, okay, the de facto president. He was the one calling the shots. He was saying all these things. He was like, he had more authority than anybody. And a lot of people thought at that point, that caused a lot of fraction among you people. People said there were two factions, the Halifa camp and the Mai Fati camp. Was this true? What happened? What was going on?
I have great respect for the Honorable Halifa Saleh. There were no factions. I think it was a misconstruction of our roles, not pretty much by me and Honorable Saleh, but by our various supporters. Our supporters were, were at each other.
And if he didn't go the 18th, what would have happened on the 19th of January?
Perhaps Zemi didn't know as much as I did at the time because I was in the thick of the diplomacy. But it was going to be unfortunate for him because in any case, the Gambia was going to be liberated of him. Like I told him in my speech from Dakar, he had two choices, either to be in prison or dead.
So many people attacked you when you made a post about the Ferrara incident, when you said nobody should die protesting. And, people were like, really? He was the interior minister when Haruna died. How could he look at us and made this kind of post, knowing that under his watch, somebody died of a similar incident? So how do you relate that?
It didn't change anything.
I mean, but really, what is the difference between these two? This person died protesting, and these people also died protesting. What is the difference?
There is no difference.
Yeah.
Life is a life. The fact that I said clearly that nobody should, nobody should lose their lives.
Yeah.
I meant the same thing for Harun as well.
Yeah.
But I was the Minister of Interior. Even if somebody died, we still have to take drastic measures to restore stability and order. It does not matter. It didn't change my conviction that Haruna should not have died. He also should not have died. I agree. That fact has been established. But that is not going to stop me from regressing backwards and allow people to assume the law under their own hands.
In 2 years, any specific instances where the president did not do right?
Oh, well, you want to draw me in that? Let's have another show for that.
Okay.